Alrighty, today what we're going to do is we're going to label our jet we made. If not, you're going to use my jet today, so your file would look like this. Obviously, if you were given my file because yours wasn't quite done or you weren't happy at all with it, we're going to go ahead and make sure you change the text to your last name. That would be fine. You are going to want to go ahead, grab onto your whole plane, and you're going to want to go Control G or group it. So mine's already grouped if you have my file. Couple of things that we're going to do. We're going to build an arrow. So to build an arrow, we're going to drop a box. We're going to go ahead, kind of rotate in a little bit. We'll go ahead, click on one of the black parts. We're going to make it a length of 40 to start with. If we click on the white, we can also see here, we'll make sort of the depth 5. It's a little tall, so we'll go ahead and start to bring it down and also have it as a height of 5. We can go ahead, hit this fit view or hit F, and so you see it a little bit better. Then you can break out a little bit. We need to add a tip to our arrow, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, click on W or work plane. We're going to hit the side of that, and we're going to just add a roof to it. And to get out of this work plane, we can click on work plane again and hit anywhere on the blue or white. You'll notice here that part of our arrow is downward, so we'll click on our roof. We're going to hit D for drop, which brings it onto this work plane. We are going to go ahead and shrink it down to roughly 5. Looking pretty good there. We're going to go ahead, click on both of them, and we're going to hit the L or the Align tool. We're going to align it to the green arrow. So I'm going to click on the green arrow, and then I'm going to hit on the middle, and bada bing, bada boom, it looks pretty good. I'm going to click on both objects, just drag them out of the way a little bit. I am now going to hit group, which is Control G. And notice that it turns it into one color red, which is fine with me. It's still a little too long for me, so even though it's grouped, I can double click on it. I can click on this, and we're going to change the 40 to 20. And if we click, look, change back to a grouped object that moves. By the way, if my name is in my way, I can hit the light bulb or Control H to hide objects. So there we go. We got an arrow. You're going to be able to manipulate the arrow. I'm going to hit D for duplicate. Actually, it's Control D, so sorry about that. It's Control D. I can use the arrows or I can pull it with the mouse out, but I want this arrow to go upwards. So I start to look around, and here we go. We can flip it on its side. If I click closer to the object, it sort of clicks on to these lines and gets real easy to 90. If I click on it and I move my mouse on the outside, now I got a lot more range. So if I'm closer, kind of clicks there. So there we go. It's 90 degrees. Notice that part of it is underneath. So if I click it, I can hit D again to raise it up. To move it up, I can go ahead and hit the Control up arrow to move it up. Or I could, I think, grab it by the cone and I can move it up. Obviously, we're going to have to put I'm going to back out here a little bit. Obviously, we're going to have to move my plane a little bit up off the ground a little bit later. That too, we could go Control, then the up arrow, and we could either use the cone or Control up arrow. If I wanted to change this, and let's see here, move it upwards, I can then move it roughly. I can kind of look, fine tune it with my arrows. I can lift it upwards, and there we go. I got my up arrow right there, no problem. If I want to add my text to it to kind of show, the easiest way to do this would be click on work plane, W again. So now whatever I put is going to be on the same surface as the arrow. I'm going to go to my text tool. go ahead and zoom out a little bit. I can probably click on it and use the fit view, so it would bring it in a little bit more. I obviously can make it a little thinner if I wanted to. I could shrink it down if I wanted to. If I wanted to keep it uniform, I could hold down the Shift key as I'm doing that. And then if I want, let's see here, click on it, and then I could start writing what this is, which this would be lift. I could zoom out a little bit, hit work plane or W, click on the blue, and there we go. You could change this to whatever color you want it to. It's totally up to you. But that is lift right there. I still need more room for a bottom arrow. I'll highlight both of those. Here's the hide, Control H. So it's hidden. I could grab all of this and I could Control up arrow. And right there, I now have lifted it up. Maybe I need to have it come a little bit closer to the middle. I can move it. Get my name and my arrow back. I can go ahead, hit Control Shift H to show all. There's my arrow. I can go ahead, click on it. I could go ahead, hit my fit view or F. I could back out a little bit, and now I could probably duplicate it. Your job is to go ahead and create or add all the other arrows to it. Once you're done, what you're going to do is you are going to click on Send To. You're going to download your picture, and you are going to attach it to the assignment that you will find in Google Classroom. So again, your assignment is to add the arrows to this, the 4 forces. If you're not sure what they are, Google 4 forces of flight. Also, if you look at today's agenda, that would help you out quite a bit. All righty, let's get working.